Welcome to Dasanti Discoveries. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of technology to uncover the story behind the very first computer virus. You might have heard of viruses that can wreak havoc on computers, but did you know that the very first one was more of a playful experiment than a malicious threat? It's called Creeper, and it all started in the early 1970s. Let's take a journey back in time to learn how this tiny program paved the way for the complex cybersecurity landscape we know today. The year was 1971, a time when computers were gigantic machines filling entire rooms, and the internet as we know it didn't exist yet. During this era, most computers were part of a network known as ARPANET, the precursor to the modern internet. ARPANET was originally developed by the US Department of Defense to connect various research institutions and universities across the country. It was a groundbreaking technology at the time, laying the foundation for the interconnected world we live in today. In this environment, a programmer named Bob Thomas, who worked at BBN Technologies, came up with an idea. Bob was interested in the concept of self-replicating program software that could move from one computer to another on its own. His goal wasn't to cause harm, but rather to experiment with the idea of what we might call mobile code today. And so, he created Creeper. So, what exactly was Creeper? Unlike the viruses we deal with today, Creeper wasn't designed to steal information or damage files. In fact, it was completely harmless. Creeper was a simple program that hopped from one computer to another within the ARPANET network. When it successfully moved to a new machine, it displayed a message that said, "I'm the Creeper, catch me if you can," a playful taunt to anyone who might be monitoring the network. Creeper's ability to move from one computer to another was a remarkable achievement for its time. It didn't replicate in the way modern viruses do, creating copies of itself, but it did show that a program could move autonomously through a network, a concept that was both exciting and a little bit concerning to those who understood its implication. Now, here's where the story gets even more interesting. After Creeper began its journey across ARPANET, another programmer at BBN Technologies decided to create a solution to stop it. This led to the development of the first ever antivirus program, known as Reaper. Reaper was designed to track down Creeper as it moved through the network and delete it. You could say that Reaper was playing a game of digital tag, trying to catch Creeper before it could continue its journey. While Reaper wasn't perfect and didn't always catch Creeper immediately, it represented the first attempt to protect computers from unwanted software. This was the beginning of what would eventually become the field of cybersecurity, a field that's now crucial to protecting everything from personal information to national security. Although Creeper was just an experiment, its creation marked a significant moment in the history of technology. It introduced the world to the concept of self-replicating programs and demonstrated both the potential and the risks of connected computer networks. While Creeper itself was harmless, it sparked the imagination of programmers and hackers alike, leading to the development of more sophisticated and, unfortunately, more harmful viruses in the years that followed. The legacy of Creeper also highlights the ongoing battle between those who create viruses and those who fight them. The development of Reaper showed that for every threat, there could be a defense, a concept that has become central to the modern cybersecurity industry. Today, computer viruses are far more advanced and widespread than Bob Thomas could have ever imagined. They can steal data, hijack systems, and even be used in cyber warfare. But the principles behind these modern threats can be traced back to that simple program from 1971. The story of Creeper reminds us that technology is constantly evolving. What starts as an experiment can quickly become something much larger, with consequences that are difficult to predict. It also serves as a reminder of the importance of cybersecurity and the need to stay vigilant in a world where new threats can emerge at any time. In the decades since Creeper, the field of cybersecurity has grown immensely. Today, we have complex systems in place to protect our computers, networks, and personal information. Antivirus programs, firewalls, encryption, and other technologies are all part of our daily lives, keeping us safe from the countless threats that exist in the digital world. But just as Creeper showed us, there's always a new challenge on the horizon. As technology continues to advance, so too do the methods used by hackers and cybercriminals. This is why cybersecurity remains one of the most important fields in technology today. It's a constant game of cat and mouse, with new viruses and defenses being developed all the time. So, the next time you hear about a computer virus, remember that it all started with a little program called Creeper back in 1971. What began as a harmless experiment opened the door to a whole new world of challenges and innovations in technology. As we move forward into the future, the story of Creeper reminds us of the incredible journey we've been on and the exciting, sometimes daunting possibilities that lie ahead. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of technology. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'll continue exploring the fascinating stories that shape our digital world, so stay tuned for more. Until next time, keep your software updated, stay curious, and keep discovering.